Hello. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Anybody has a question? No. So we had two classes back. We had talked about the front end and back end of a digital design using a hardware description language, HDL. In our case, we'll be using Verilog as the HDL. So in this course, we'll be talking only about the front end and not about the back end. We could have done a little bit of the back end if you guys had the opportunity to install the more complicated software. Since you all do not have that opportunity, let us not do that and just focus on the front end. Okay. So let us look at, we have already talked about a couple of examples in our uh, previous class, okay, where we discussed model sim. Now let us discuss what are the different components of a Verilog code. Okay, so let me write down an example so let us say we want to make a simple circuit. So all the statements in Verilog end with a semicolon, like we have previously discussed. Maybe in Java also similar happens. Okay, so first thing that you will describe in any program, most likely the first line is going to be your module. Okay, module, so like you have classes in Java, similarly you have modules in HDL. Okay, in Verilog, and a module can be thought of as a module in English. Okay, a digital, an electronic component. Okay, each component can be called as a module, so you can think of it this way. Okay, here we are declaring, uh, so this is a declaration of this particular module. Okay, I'm defining this module. Okay, this is also called as declaration. Okay, so we are declaring this particular module. Okay, and A, B, C, D, E, and E are the inputs and outputs of this particular module. Okay, we'll define what the specific inputs and outputs are, but this is pretty similar to a function. Okay, in other programming languages, you have your in most programming languages you do not have the output present over here, but only the inputs. But in case of Verilog, we'll have both outputs and inputs of this particular module. Okay, present in the bracket. Okay, simple circular brackets. Okay, and the final line of your module is going to be end module. Okay, with no space in between, and you don't have a semicolon at the end of end module. Okay, end module is the last line of your module declaration. Okay, then the next thing you're going to define, the first thing after the name of the module, the next line is going to be what are your inputs and outputs. Okay, so you will define, let us say in this particular case we have D. Okay, output is D and E, and inputs are A, B, and C. Okay. So like you have what some what mm, what are they called, keywords. Okay, we have some keywords in other languages also. For example, in Java, class might be a keyword. Okay, you cannot define anything else as a class. Okay, you cannot name a variable named class. Okay, for example, I'm not sure, maybe or integer. Okay, you cannot name a variable named integer. Similarly, you have some specific keywords associated with Verilog as well. Module is one of them. End module is another one. You cannot name a variable called end module or module. Okay. Similarly, output and input are other keywords. You cannot name a variable as output or input. Okay, you can have it as input 1 or output 1 or whatever, but exactly this output it cannot be. And one more thing, Verilog is case sensitive. Okay, what is case sensitive? Anybody? Anand Kumar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Anand, what is case sensitive?
Sir, if you write output with O capital and O small, both are different.
Yeah, so in this case all our keywords are, I don't know of any keyword that is not in small letters. All the keywords are in small letters only. Okay, if you write it in capital, then it is not going to work. Okay, so your keywords should be in small letters. Okay, it is case sensitive, and your variable names are also case sensitive. Okay, so what, x y is not equal to xy. Okay, these both are not the same. Okay, so you have this, and another thing that I want to mention is that you'll this is for comments. Okay, like in any other language, you have different symbols for starting your comments. In case of Verilog, comments start with 2 forward slashes. Okay, this is inline comments. Okay, inline comments. Okay, inline comments in the same line. If you want to write a comment, or a single line comment is is done by double slash. If you have to have a multiple line comments, then you can start with this. Okay, write your whatever comments you have to write and end with a star slash. Okay, you start with a slash star and end with a star slash. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm not going to go into too much detail. This is the first time I'm teaching a language as such, so I'm not sure how to proceed seriously. So I might be covering some things which you might find trivial, so please bear with me. Okay, and I would not have covered this at all, okay, if this language were similar to other programming languages that you might have used, which will become clear in a moment. Okay, in a half an hour, that it is very different. Okay, because it does not follow the sequential logic that you normally have in a normal high level language. Okay, so that is why I'm going into this. Otherwise I would not even have done that. I would have just asked you to study on your own. Okay, which I have done previously, but this year I thought maybe I'll go into a little more detail. Okay, so where am I? Yeah, so inputs and outputs are defined. Okay, we also might have interconnections between different components in our circuit. Okay, so one of those interconnections is wire. Let us call that as W1. Okay, so in digital circuit, in any circuits, okay, whenever we do simulation, we break down our circuit into something called as a netlist. Okay, I'm going to erase this. So we break down our circuit into something called as netlist. Okay, so that is how your computer stores which components are connected through which. So each node is a net. Okay, so for example, let us say a circuit like this. Okay, let us say you have a circuit like this. Okay, each of these is a net. Okay, this is called as a net. Okay, any interconnection is called as a net. Okay, and one specific kind of net that we'll be using throughout this particular course, okay, is called as a wire. There are other kinds of nets, but those are not really used in in Verilog that much. Okay, there are other kinds of nets for declarations possible, but we'll not worry about that. We'll talk about a specific kind of interconnection, and that specific connection is a wire. Okay, wire is nothing, but you can think of it exactly like a wire. Okay, which is connecting 2 points. Okay, and you know which 2 points it is connecting. Okay, that is all. Okay, so we are declaring something called as a wire W1. Okay, and now let us, so this is the declaration. Okay, this is the declaration of your module. Okay, and these are the declarations of your inputs and outputs. Okay, now we are going to connect these. Okay, how are we connecting them? We are connecting them, we have an AND gate. Okay, an AND gate where we are, so we are assigning the name G1, W1, A and B. Okay, so one connection, I'll go into the syntax in a moment. Let me write this down. And then we have a NOT gate G2, okay, and EC, and finally we have an OR gate G3, D, W1 and E. So now let us look at what is happening here. So we are so we have an AND gate. Okay, we are so this particular thing is, so this was declaration. This is called as instantiation. Okay, this is called as instantiation. We are creating an instance. Okay, instantiation. Okay, so this is an instantiation of an AND gate. Okay, we do not need to define an AND gate. This is predefined in our this is one of the keywords. Okay, you can think of it as a keyword, and it is predefined in Verilog. Okay, it knows what an AND gate is. So whenever we say AND, it automatically understands what AND is. So when we use this particular statement, it creates a gate. Okay, it creates an AND gate. Okay, and what does it do? It gives the name G1 to that particular AND gate. Okay, and an AND gate is given this name G1. Okay, and how are the inputs and outputs connected? So for an AND gate, or for any gate for that matter, and your name, okay, let us say G1 in this case. So it is out, comma, in1, in2. Okay, so that is the order of inputs. Okay, the order of these variables is like that. The first thing that you will get is, first thing that you have is the output. A and B are your inputs. Okay, so if I were to ask you to draw an circuit equivalent to this, what will it look like? इसका equivalent circuit क्या होगा इस particular statement का?
AND gate with the input A and B and output W1.
Yeah. So in this case, so it is going to be, so the gate, name of the gate is G1. Okay, G1 is the name of the gate, and then your output is W1. Okay, and the inputs are A and B. ठीक है? Similarly, in a NOT gate, you have what? What do you think is going to be your output and input in this case?
E would be the output, C would be the input.
Yes, so let me do that as well. So we have a NOT gate with C as the input, okay, and the name of the gate is G2, okay. So that is E is the output and C is the input. And finally we have an OR gate. What is the name of that OR gate? It is G3, okay, and D is the output. D is the output and the inputs are E and what? What is the other input? W1. Okay, so this is what are we effectively doing here? What is the final output? E and D क्या function बन गया हमारा? So E is
AB plus C dash.
so D and E are your outputs. Okay, so one of your outputs is going to be E is going to be C prime. Okay, and what is D?
AB plus C dash.
AB plus C bar. Okay.
So how did the OR gate decide that in this case E would be the input and D would be the output?
No, it is
D and
predefined. The first thing is the output in all of these gates.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it is predefined. Okay, any questions? Anybody else? Did you get this?
Sir, so like we can also have 3 inputs to a AND gate.
Yeah,
So
that is the method behind the madness. That is the output is defined first. Okay, that is why the output is defined first. Okay, so for
sequence
example,
will be same, no?
so if we wanted to have a 3-input AND gate, okay, let us say we wanted a 3-input AND gate. The way we would define that would be AND. Okay, let us call it as AND 3 in. Okay, that is the name of your gate. Okay, and the inputs, so you'll have out comma in 1 in 2 in 3. Okay, is that all right, Praful?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is one primary reason for output being defined first. Means that is what I understand. Maybe I am wrong in that, maybe in that, but that output is being defined first because then the location of the output is always fixed. Okay, it's at the beginning. Then you can have multiple. You can also have a 4-input AND gate. By if you wanted to make a 4-input, you could call this as G4. Okay, G4. You'll have in 4. Okay, that is predefined in Verilog itself. You don't have to define it again and again. Okay, the number of inputs is flexible for this particular instance AND. Okay, so now there is a possibility that you might want to do something which is equivalent to a real world scenario. So in this particular situation, what is going to happen to your delays? इसमें क्या होगा अगर तुम अपना पिछले if you look at the model sim output, what does it look like? The transition was happening instantaneously. Do you remember anybody? जो हमारे whatever क्या थे x0 x1 जो भी थे जो output था ध्रुव.
Yes, sir, instantaneous.
It was an instantaneous change, but in reality what is going to happen? क्या होगा?
There would be time delay in the gates.
There would be time delay in the gates. Okay, so we can also include that specification into this instantiation. Okay, so for example, let us say that the gate delay of this particular gate is 10 nanoseconds. Okay, then we'll put hash bracket 10. Okay, you could also define, for example, in this NOT gate, let us say that my 4 and 5. Okay, I'll go into that in a moment. And again 10, or let us say 20. Okay, so when I say 10, I mean 10 time units. Okay, I mean 10 time units. So this 10 stands for, does not stand for 10 nanoseconds. I just mentioned it in 10 nanoseconds, but it is 10 time units. By default, most Verilog simulators are going to choose 1 nanosecond as your time scale, time unit. So by default, in most cases, it is going to be 1 nanosecond, 10 nanoseconds correspond to 10 time units. But we'll also, whenever we are running a simulation, we'll define time scale. Okay, we'll use this particular what statement. Time scale is what? Time scale 1 nanosecond slash, let us say, 100 picoseconds. Okay, so please understand that this is the backtick. Okay, this is backtick. This is not an apostrophe. If you have the same keyboard as I do, it is the key which is left of 1. Okay, do you all have the same backtick?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Along with
Yes,
tilde.
sir.
Along with tilde.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, like what you have written, 1 nanosecond per.
1 nanosecond slash 100 picosecond. It's not per 100 picoseconds. I'll get into what this means in a moment. Okay. So this is your time unit. Okay. 1 nanosecond is your time unit. Okay. And this is your precision of delays. Okay. So when I say 100 picoseconds, what is that in nanoseconds? How much? How much is that in 1 nanosecond? In nanoseconds. 100 picoseconds कितना होता है? 0.1. Okay, so it is equivalent to 0.1 nanoseconds. So what I mean by this particular declaration, okay, this time scale declaration, what I mean is that all your time units are going to be in terms of nanoseconds. So 1 nanosecond. So you'll multiply 10 by 1 nanoseconds to get your delay, exact delay. Okay, so that is that. And if you had fractional delays, okay, if you had fractional delays, let us say you had a delay like let us say what, let us say you choose something like hash 0.49. Okay, what is 0.49 going to be in terms of nanoseconds? It is going to be 0.49 nanoseconds. But what is our precision? What is the smallest delay that you can handle in one sense? Smallest number? 0.1 nanoseconds. So you will, what are you going to do? You're going, the simulator is going to what? Round it off. Okay. So this will be, if you use this, okay, if you use such a declaration, this is equivalent to what? 0.5 nanoseconds. Is that all right?
So it will not truncate it.
I'm not sure. Most likely it is going to. Can somebody look it up? I think it rounds off. Anybody? Please disturb me in the middle, and I'll continue. If somebody can look it up online, it'll be great.
Sir, it's rounded off. Means on one page.
Huh?
So somewhere it's written it's rounded off.
Yeah, that's what I know. That's what I remember. So I just wanted to be sure. Thank you very much. It is rounded off to the closest precision point. Okay, in this case it is 0.1 nanoseconds. So 0.49 gets converted to 0.5. Okay.
सर
Yeah.
सर जब हम यहाँ पे डिले मेंशन नहीं कर रहे थे तब क्या हो रहा था?
तब everything happened instantaneously. Okay, there was no delay.
But sir, how it can happen means instantaneously. First, we have to wait for E to come, and then only OR will be taken. Like
No. It won't happen in that manner. That does not happen in real circuits either. So for example, let us look at the same example again. Okay. So in real circuits, it does not happen like the way you are describing. Okay. So we had, this was C. ये C था?
yes, sir.
C, A, and B. Okay. Let us talk about this particular scenario. So I did not mention what this is. Let me mention that, and then I'll move on. So this, when I mention only one number inside this bracket, I mean that all my delays are the same. Rise time and fall time is the same. Okay, the going high to low is the same as coming down from high. Going from high to low, going from low to high is the same as coming down from high to low. Okay, it is the same as 10 nanoseconds. Here it is 20 nanoseconds. When I mention 4 and 5, okay, when I mention 4, 5 with a comma, if I mention two numbers, the first one is your rise time and the second one is your fall time. Okay, so this is more accurate than that, but sometimes you might not have the different values available to you, then you can choose one time. But if you have the two values available to you, it is better to always describe them separately. Okay, the first one is your rise time and the second one is your fall time. So let us look at this particular scenario. Let us use this exact. So just for sake of simplicity, let me mention this as 5. Okay. So it takes, so the delay of this particular gate is 5 nanoseconds. For this particular gate and gate, it is 10 nanoseconds. And for this particular gate, it is 20 nanoseconds. Okay. Now, if I were to look at the time plot of this, okay, what is the output going to be? Iska output, this one is, which one? This is D. Yeah. Let us only look at D for now. Okay, forget about the E for now. Let us look at D. At what time do you think you'll get the correct answer?
30 nanoseconds.
30 nanoseconds. What do you think is going to happen before 30 nanoseconds? What is the output going to be? Will we have an output or no? Who was the person asking the question?
Sir, Paritosh.
Yes, Paritosh.
Sir, probably if the output from C, if it was 0, then D would be 0 for the 5 nanoseconds. Only that I can tell. Means before it, what it will be, I don't know.
Yeah, you do not know, but it will not be 0 necessarily. These wires are permanently connected. This is not a sequential circuit. It's a combinational circuit. Everything is happening at the same time. Okay, it is on immediately at time t equal to 0. Everything is on. Okay, the output may not be known to you, but there will be some value. Okay, it will not be the correct value, obviously, because the delay takes some time for the correct answer to propagate. It takes 30 nanoseconds for the correct answer to propagate. Okay, but there will be some value associated with it. Okay, so if you look at your model simulations, you will see that you have 3 possible values. Okay, there is a 4th possible value, which is Z. We will not talk about that in this course. Okay, but we have 3 possible values: 0, 1, and a small x. 0 and 1 we all know. Okay, what is small x? Anybody guess?
Sir, something which is not 0 and not 1 means that duration of 30.
No, it may be 0 or 1, but we do not know. That is the point. Okay. The simulator has no way of knowing it. Okay, the circuit, when you turn it on, what happens between those 30 nanoseconds is entirely up to the circuit and the gods. Okay, there is no way for us to predetermine what the value of D is going to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Paritosh, or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
सर लाइक हमारा सर्किट में हमने इनिशियली इनपुट्स दिया और 30 नैनोसेकंड बाद आउटपुट आ गया. फिर से हम वापस जब इनपुट चेंज करेंगे तब
हाँ.
वापस 30 सेकंड्स का डिले आएगा, नैनोसेकंड्स का डिले आएगा.
या
तो उस ड्यूरेशन में जो प्रीवियस आउटपुट था वही मेंटेन रहेगा या फिर वही कि आपने कहा कुछ भी आर्बिटरी कुछ भी आ सकता है?
नहीं, it will also transition. No, it will also take some time for that particular this to change. Okay, so it is not an instantaneous change. After 20 nanoseconds it changes. Okay, the way it works, let us look at the easiest to look is the NOT gate. So let us look at that. Okay, so if this is the input, okay, C, it looks something like this. Again, C will not change instantaneously either. Okay, C will also take some time because it's driven by a real world circuit. Okay, so let us say that C changes like this. Okay, so here this is E. Now E is going to look something like this. Okay, so there are many ways of measuring it, but let us say we measure it from the halfway point. Okay, so this is how your E is going to look like. Okay, it is not an instantaneous change, but during that delay time period, it's not really well defined. Okay, so it's not a very good idea to measure during that time. You understand?
Yes sir. तो सर आपने जैसे 0 और 1 बताया है,
हाँ.
तो वो उस केस में ही होगा ना जब ट्रांजिशन नहीं हो रहा. जैसे सर एंड गेट का अगर आउटपुट 1 है और इस नॉट गेट का 0 है,
हाँ.
फिर हमने C को चेंज कर दिया सच दैट नॉट का जो आउटपुट था वो भी 1 हो गया, तो उस केस में फाइनली D तो चेंज होगा ही नहीं, तो वो थ्रू आउट द इंटरवल 1 ही अपनी वैल्यू मेंटेन करके रखेगा.
हाँ, but we cannot be sure within the 30 nanoseconds what the output is going to be.
Okay sir.
Do you understand? It is highly situation dependent. You may get the correct answer within 5 nanoseconds. If let us say C becomes 0, if C becomes 0, your final answer is going to be 1, irrespective of what the value of this is. Okay, but that is
Yes, sir.
specific to this particular situation, not for every other situation. Okay,
sir.
if C becomes 0, this will become 1, irrespective of what this is going to be 1. So you will get
Yes,
the
sir.
final answer within 5 plus 20 nanoseconds. Okay, you'll get it in 25 nanoseconds, but that is you cannot be sure about that 5 nanosecond window which is required for calculating this. Okay.
Okay sir. Yes sir.
Anyway, anybody getting bored, or is it up to what you would like to happen in the course? Anybody? Any criticism, feedback so that I can change? डरो मत. आनंद कैसा चल रहा है? ठीक है यार? नहीं कर रहे हैं सब?
ओके ठीक है.
यार तुमने अनम्यूट तो किया लेकिन कुछ बोला नहीं, मुझे सुना ही नहीं दिया एटलीस्ट.
सर ठीक है सर.
ठीक है,
यस सर.
चलो ओके. लेकिन क्लास की अटेंडेंस बहुत ज़बरदस्त कम हो गई है. क्या हो गया यार? केवल 27 लोग हैं 127 में से. हमारी ये सरकार जो है सीटें बढ़ाती जा रही है लेकिन अटेंडेंस कम होती जा रही है. हैं? Assuming that some of you are watching on YouTube, but still there are only 26 plus 27. Assuming that everybody is mutually, both of them are mutually exclusive, which I am not sure they are not. Anyway, it's all right. So let us move on to talk about a little more of the syntax of Verilog. Or How about, before we do that, how about why don't we try to make a full adder? Okay, let us try making a 4-bit full adder. करोगे? So your variable, your instantiation names or anything like that can only start with an underscore or an alphabet. Okay, it cannot start with a number or anything like that. Okay, so please make sure you don't do that.
So 4-bit adder के लिए हम hierarchically मतलब पहले एक full adder अलग से बना सकते हैं और उसको
Yeah.
repeat times
That is what my intention is here. Okay, so let us start with designing a full adder. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to design a full adder. Okay, so module, let us call it as FA. Okay, what are the inputs going to be in a full adder?
carry not AI BI.
CI, let us call it as CI, A, B, and well, this is not a, let me call it A, B, CI, and C out, and S. Okay, so your input is what? A, B, C. Output is C0, CI, okay, CO, and S. Okay, what else do we need? What is CI going to be? CO क्या होता है? What is CO? Does anybody remember? It is AB plus BC plus CA. Is it?
Yes, sir.
या ना?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So AB plus BC plus CA, and that had so we are going to require so AB plus BC plus CA. So we'll require 3 AND gates followed by a 3 input OR gate, and so we'll require 3 wires. So okay, so let us call those as 3 wires. Wire W1, W2, and W3. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, इधर A और B दोनों ही 4 मतलब 4-bit के binary numbers हैं.
नहीं. We are starting with a full adder, 1-bit full adder. That was the question that somebody asked. That we'll do a hierarchical design or not.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we're declaring 3 wires. If we require more wires, we'll add more. Okay, don't worry about it. What is so let us call, first thing we'll require is an AND gate and G1. Let us not talk about the delays for now. You can add delays if you want to. So G1, the input is going to be, the output is going to be W1 and A, B, and G2, W2, A, CI, and G3, W3, B, CI. Okay. So now W1, W2, and W3 contain your AB, BC, and CA. Okay. What do you need next? You need an OR gate. Okay. Let us call that as G4. What is the OR gate going to do? The output. What is the output of the OR gate going to be?
CO.
C out. Okay, CO, and the inputs are going to be W1, W2, and W3. Okay. Finally, so that is you got your C out. Now what about S? S की value क्या होती है?
A's or B's or C.
A's और B's और C. और इसके अलावा हमने कुछ सिंप्लीफाई भी किया था इसको, कुछ कोई ऑप्शन था? नहीं था. ओके. So A's or B's or C. XOR, so let us define another wire W4 3 इनपुट जोर गेट होता है क्या? मुझे नहीं पता यार, देख लेना. Let us say it is not available. Let us say we have only 2 input ZOR. So ZOR G5 is going to be, what is the output? Let us call that as W4 is the output, and the inputs are A and B. Okay, then ZOR G6 is going to be, what is the output going to be in this case? S. Okay, and the inputs are W4 and CI. Okay, so that is the definition of your. So we have defined a new module called FA, which has the following inputs, and the relation between inputs and output is given by this particular set of statements. Okay, so now we'll use, now let us call that as module 4 full adder 4. Okay, let us call that as FA4. How many inputs are going to be there? क्या करेंगे हम?
Sir, 9
inputs.
Huh?
9 inputs.
So let us call that as C. Let us call. Is there any output? Output होगा A. Inputs are A, B, C, I, S, and CO. Is that all right? Where A and B both are and S. All of them are 4-bit vectors. Okay, they are not single-bit vectors. Okay, I will define them in a moment. Okay, so let us call input. क्या क्या है? A का definition क्या होगी? Let me look at the exact. Yeah, input 3,0 A, B. So here we have defined two vectors A and B. Both of them have not comma, sorry, it's colon. Okay, so the two vectors A and B, think of it as matrices. Okay, you have two matrices A and B. Both of them are length equal to how much? Anybody? Issue? What is the length?
4 of A and B. We need 4 bits.
4, yeah. Both of them are 4 bits each. Okay. And what else? Another input we have is क्या है? CI. Okay. When nothing is associated, it means it's a single bit. Okay. And then we have
this 3 to 0. So this represents something like 0 to 3.
No. So whenever I am using a syntax like this, okay, it means MSB to LSB. Okay, that is all. Okay, you can also write it as 0 to 3. Okay, then your MSB will be 0 and your LSB is going to be 3. Okay, you could have written 0 here and 3 here. Irrespective of what you write here, means it does not matter. Whatever you write first is your MSB and whatever you write last is your LSB. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So input is CI. What else do you have? You have an output CO and an output which is a vector output. Again, we'll use the same notation. It is actually for pretty, let us use a standard notation. Okay, we'll choose the higher number as the most significant bit and the lower number as the least significant bit. Okay, so the output is going to be S. ठीक है, अब क्या करेंगे हम? Anybody tell me what are we going to do next?
So जो individually हम मतलब call करेंगे उस module को.
Yeah, so we'll start instances of the previous module, which is FA. Okay, so let us do that. Okay, so FA, or let me make a small change. Okay, let me call this as small fa. Okay, because it is similar to these, and let me also call this as small fa. Okay, so I'm going to call fa. What are the inputs going to be for my first such instantiation? उसके inputs क्या होंगे? fa, let me call that as capital fa1.
और A की जो लीस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट बिट होगी और B की लीस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट बिट और CI
Yeah.
और
So fa1 is going to be so we are calling the first full adder. Okay, the input of that is going to be your first bit. Okay, the least significant bit, which is what? Which is the least significant bit? You will use the notation like this: a square bracket 0. Okay, that is this just chooses one single bit. Okay, this chooses a single bit. Okay, a little bit of digression from here. If I have done something like this, okay, if I do 3:2, okay, what is this going to be? Can anybody tell me? How many bits is this number going to be? 2 bits. Okay, A3 and A2. Okay, so we can this is called partial selection, or some word is there, I forgot the exact technical term for it, but you understand the point. Okay, so you are selecting one bit here. Similarly, you will select the B0, and CI is already given to you as one of the inputs. Okay, CI, and the output is the output of this is going to be what? क्या होगा? एक चीज और करनी होगी हमें. क्या करना होगा? वायर क्रिएट करने होंगे ना? What do you think?
yes,
To connect from the C out of this to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll need to create a wire. Okay, how many such wires do we require?
4.
Let us say we require 4. Okay, so let me define a wire.
No, sir, we require 3.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just to maintain the consistency, let us say we require 4. Okay, and let us call that as W. Okay, again we are defining a wire 3 0. Okay, 3 is the most significant bit, 0 is the least significant bit, and W. Okay, so CI and the output of that, the carry out from this, let us call that as W0. Okay, and the sum is going to be what? इसका sum क्या होगा?
S0.
S0. Okay, there might be a, anyway, let me see something. Let me look at, hold on a minute. Anyway, so that is FA1. Similarly, you'll have you'll define another FA2, which will have what as the inputs. Your input is going to be A0, not A0, sorry, A1, B1, and CI. In this case, what is CI going to be?
W0.
What is CI going to be?
W0.
It will be W0. Okay, and similar W1 and S1. Okay, and I'm going to erase this. We'll similarly have FA3 and finally FA4. FA4 में क्या होगा? 4 is going to be A3, B3, and W2. What is the output going to be for FA4? Output क्या होगा? You are right. The other person who said we only require 3 wires.
So C0 and S4.
C out.
Sorry, S3.
And S3. Okay, and finally we'll have end module. Okay, again want to remind you that there is no semicolon in end module. Anyway, your compiler is going to help you with that. Okay, if there is an error. Okay, does anybody have a question? There is a reason I'm going. I could have just given you the code and just asked you to do it. But the reason I'm going and writing it on the board is because I think it ingrains a little more of what we are doing. Okay, अगर तुम मैं बना बनाया कोड दे देता जैसे पिछली बार दिया था, कुछ नहीं आता रहेगा किसी को. मेरा पर्सनल ओपिनियन है, हो सकता है मैं गलत हूँ. Okay, what is the time? कितना? 2:54. Anybody has a question?
सर
या
सर ये कैपिटल FA1 जो है वो हमने क्यों लिखा है, वो किसके लिए, मतलब
वो उसका नाम है, वो उसका नाम है. कैपिटल FA1 इज द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंस बीइंग कॉल्ड. ओके, जो स्मॉल FA को हमने कॉल किया है उसको हमने एक नाम दे दिया FA1.
ओके सर. जैसे
हमने गेट को नाम दिया था ना G1, G2, G3, ऐसे ही उस पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंस को मैंने नाम दिया है. सो दिस इज स्पेसिफिक टू दिस पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंस. ओके, इज FA1.
मतलब जैसे हम फुल एडर को डिस्टिंग्विश करते हैं कि ये फर्स्ट फुल एडर है, ये सेकंड फुल एडर है, उसी तरह.
हाँ.
ओके सर.
बट दे आर आइडेंटिकल. FA1 is identical to FA2. Only thing is that outputs and inputs are different. As far as the module is concerned, it is identical because all of them are FA.
Yes sir.
ठीक है ना?
मतलब इनपुट और आउटपुट मैनेज करने के लिए हम उसे
हाँ जैसे ये देखो, ये है सारे एंड गेट्स है ना, उनको अलग अलग नाम दे रखा है हमने.
ओके सर.
ओके, बट यू डोंट हैव टू गिव द नेम. ओके, अगर तुम इनमें ये सब ना लिखो तो क्या होगा? ये काम नहीं करेंगे क्या? काम करेंगे, बस उनका नाम नहीं है. Okay, which is what we do most. Usually we assign some names to when we are calling different modules, but inbuilt functions like and so on and so forth, we usually do not give them names. Even if we do not give them names, it does not matter. It is going to function as an AND gate anyway. Okay.
Okay sir.
You can remove that. जो मैंने G1, G2, G3, G4 लिखे थे उनको नहीं भी लिखो तो भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Is that all right?
Yes sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
सर ये दोनों मॉड्यूल्स एक ही फाइल में हम लिखेंगे या फिर अलग अलग फाइल्स में?
Means ideally we should write them in 2 different files with these names. Okay, so fa4b.v. Okay, you'll have 2 different files. Okay, which are all part of the same project.
Okay.
Okay, we'll stop now and we'll continue.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in that take-home quiz, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, like in the question where we were asked to compare 3 numbers, sir, what we have to actually output? So, sir, like we have to output the largest number in sir 3-number comparator.
यार इतना टाइम हो गया, 5 दिन पहले क्वेश्चन बनाया था, अब मुझे सोचना पड़ेगा और किसी का कोई सवाल भी नहीं आया तो मैंने उसके बारे में भूल भी गया था. I want to remind you that the quiz is due on this Sunday. Let me look at it once. Yeah, I'll modify and upload it again. Okay. And you are right, we'll try to find the largest number here. Okay. Who was the person asking the question?
We don't have to specify the order of those 3 numbers.
Yeah, that is even better, but let us make it easier. Okay. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
सर जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है उसमें सर 6 बिट काउंटर गिवन होना चाहिए था ना शायद, एक बार आप चेक कर लीजिए, मतलब सही है ना वो, या फिर 6 बिट होना चाहिए था शायद।
2 to the power 5 क्या होता है?
सर पर वो काउंटर तो 31 तक ही काउंट करेगा क्योंकि 0 से स्टार्ट होके
पता नहीं यार, ठीक है वो तो ठीक है,
वो सही है, ठीक है।
हाँ 0 भी तो अलग है, नहीं है?
अच्छा मैं समझ गया सर, ओके सर।
Anyone else? Okay then, I'll see you on Friday. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.